Crimsonclad.
That is right. All right, let's see here what the hell's gonna happen. I don't know. Let's flip over and just... Whew! We're gonna test. Give me 1 second, friends. Give me 1 second, friends. Not enough people in here yet. We're gonna have to do the tweet. I see people hanging out on YouTube. I'm gonna switch over. You're gonna see me. It's gonna happen. And it's very unfortunate because I didn't do my face today. And it turns out, let's transition. Big camera. Lots of camera action. HD camera action even, friends. What do you think? It's a lot. It's a lot to process. Let me know how it looks. Let me know how it sounds. Let me know how things are going. But yeah, so here's the deal. You can see my zits now, and you can see all my pores, and like, you can see my scar and my eyebrow. It's a lot. It's like I'm right there with you. So I haven't quite worked out this yet. But hey, if you're just jumping in, my name is Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio. Man, do I have a banger for you tonight. Like, seriously, a fucking banger. Bright and crispy. Is it too bright? Is it too crispy? Am I overdone? Am I toasted? Am I roasted? What it is, kids. What it is. So yes, Jonathan Carter. Yes, I'm El Natural in 4K. So I'm not, yes, the eyebrow story is good. So new and improved. Bingo wings in 4K. Jesus Christ. Holy Hannah, dudes. YouTube is no go? What are you talking about YouTube is no go? People are already commenting on YouTube. Somebody do the thing, test the stuff. YouTube should be going. Everything should be going. But yeah, so everything is here. It's a lot. I'm not actually streaming in 4K, so thanks, sweet baby Jesus. You won't actually see me in full 4K, but the potential is there. It could happen if my internet becomes less of a potato. But yeah, so there's just like, there's a lot going on that I'm trying to process about my face. But who cares about my face? You are here to come listen to some loud ass music on Fullforce Radio, and I happen to have a whole lot of that. So Fullforce Radio is heavy metal and hard rock and good fun. Let me tell you what. And I'm happy to have you guys here. So everything is chill. People are not hanging out in the Discord, but I do see that many of you have jumped on in other places. So in theory, you will find wherever it is best for you to watch. We will slowly chat for a bit, give people time to come in. Hey, Chris UK, what it is? Oh, over on the Vim stream. Hey, man, good to see you. So last week, I wasn't here because we very sadly lost a family dog. Not my dog, not Murphy, don't panic. But we had to let a family dog go last Thursday, and it was very sad. And honestly, I would not have been good entertainment for you guys. That's really what it comes down to. You would not have enjoyed it. I wouldn't have enjoyed it. It would have been sad. So we took a little pass last week. We did some private grieving, and we're here bouncing back better than ever. And that is what it is. So, thank you. Do mods post so I can upvote? Yeah, and you know what? I should indeed post, but I didn't. So don't worry about it. I don't want your money. I just want your ears. I want your eyes. I want your time. Give it to me. Give me a time, kids. Yeah, YouTube for the win. Jason, hey, man. So Jason Langford. Is that Jason? Oh my goodness. I'm learning. I'm learning so much about all of you. So tonight I have a ton of music, and it started off largely, sad face. Why sad face? Why sad face, Jason? So tonight I have a lot of new music. In fact, I have a ton of new music. And I have a whole pile of stuff that I want to share with you guys. So I'm excited because, hey, Marco, I'm excited because I got a lot of music to put in your guys' ears tonight. I am slowly improving your visual experience, if that's what you're here for. And if you're not, doesn't matter. Don't even fucking worry about it. So as of this week, I have all sorts of fun stuff. Oh, okay, I'm being complained about. 1 sec, I gotta fix something in my room. Wait. And I don't have the dog, which I'm sure you're all very sad about as well. Okay. No dog here yet. He's downstairs. He doesn't want to come up. So, when we last left off, we had, Mecha Engineer. Mecha, I haven't seen you in a dog's age. A dog's age. I'm so glad that so many people are finding their way back. If I haven't seen you in ages, please let me know. What have you been up to? How have you been keeping? What's going on? What do you want to hear, see, do? Because it turns out I kind of care about that, and I will try to put some good music in your ears to match. So where we last left off, meanwhile, back at the ranch, the last show that we did, sad face was for the puppies. That's fair, yeah. And you know what? Because nothing starts off a live stream like saying, hey, we lost a dog and it was sad. Caveat, he was 19. 19. He came into our families as a puppy and he left this world surrounded by loved one. You love my setup. Yay, thanks. It is. It's looking pretty good. And the difference, the camera really made a difference. So we're going to hope it doesn't die tonight. In theory, I have the power setup going well. I have everything looking right. Everything's just tight. But no guarantees. And you know what? If it fails, it fails. We're going to have a party I can fix on the fly, live streaming, live radio, live music, live DJ. We got this. We got this. And besides, you guys just come for the train wrecks anyways. So just the caveat, putting it out there, the dog was very old. He'd been with us since we were a puppy, and it was very sad, but at the same time, would that all of us could leave this earth in such an awesome fashion after having a long, full life of love. So, yeah, it stinks, but at the same time, holy Hannah, that dog has been with my family for more than half my life. That's wild. Okay, so enough about that. Where last we left off, we had an Earth Day show. So if you were here last week, if you were here for the last episode of Fullforce Radio, we were focusing on the fact that it was Earth Day. And we had a lot of fun. We played a ton of good music. Death metal really suits itself to the earth. So I played a lot of Canadian music. I played a lot of 90s death metal about the majesty of winter and the cold, harsh blackness of the earth and mountains and trees and winds and waves and, you know, all that good shit that the earth is full of. Just riddled with mountains. And so we had all of that, a whole big show surrounding it. If you didn't catch it, you can actually watch it on pretty much all of the streaming platforms and here on YouTube or wherever you're watching. It was a good show. It was a good. I don't even have to put a word after it. It was a good. And so it was a lot of fun. We played music from everyone from Borknagar to Insomnium to Throssenblatt to Rush to you name it, we had it. So tonight, I have a lot of new music, and I thought for a while, Eldritch had asked me to do a show on Cannibal Corpse, and you're learning all sorts of things about Kirby. Yes, we were a puppy. I said, if we were a puppy. Would that we would be so lucky if we were a puppy. But, you know, I mean, don't lump me in with the furry folk. I'm sure they're delightful, but it's not, it's not for me. At current. So listen, let's focus, you fucks. Head in the game. Tonight, I have a lot of great new music for you, and I'm pretty stoked on all of it, to be quite honest. The playlist really flows. There's a lot of good new stuff. There's some old stuff too, and I am hoping in general that I'm going to put a lot of stuff in your ears tonight that you've either never heard before or that you've never really explored. And that is always a fun show because there's lots of times where I spend just hours and hours and hours putting together a playlist that has a theme. So like I said, Eldritch was like, hey, let's go through that new Cannibal Corpse record. Hey, let's take a look at, you know, that. And so I am in the background. Yes, ready for the flow. Fuck yeah. So in the background, I am putting together a 6 Degrees of Mutilation episode on Corpse Grinder, who is the thick-necked behemoth at the forefront of Cannibal Corpse. It just feels like everybody's doing Cannibal Corpse content right now, and they are. It doesn't just feel like it. They actually are. And part of that is because, they just put out that new album. And so I thought, okay, you know what? I'm working on it. It's going to be fun. I know for a fact I'm going to, share some stuff with you guys that you're either not going to know or you're really going to love remembering. However, I'm going to give it at least... So you're saying there's a chance? I'm not. I'm going to give it one more week. So I'm hoping maybe next week, as the Cannibal Corpse fury dies down, I will be doing a 6 Degrees of Mutilation episode on Cannibal Corpse. After everybody else has done it, I'll be late to the party, fashionably late with my own content, and we'll have a great time. So tonight is a bunch of music that I've been listening to. It's some stuff that's been inspired by the entertainment that's been getting me going for the last little bit, and largely movies, because what the fuck else is there to do? Tell me about what's going on where you are. Here in BC, we're not really locked down. It's partial lockdown still, but you know what? There's still can't do a lot of the things we want to do. Fucking COVID. It's almost over, friends. But of course, I'm watching a lot of movies. And so I noticed that this week, creeping into the music that I picked for you, was a lot of the stuff that I have been watching recently. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as we jump into tonight's playlist. But I have to say, I built the playlist, and then today at work, I listened to the playlist from start to finish, and I just kind of finished at the end of my shift today, and I was like, that shit's amazing. So I don't mean to toot my own horn, kids, but I'm a real fan of tonight's playlist, and I'm hoping you will be too. So first things first, we're going to get started. I'm going to put some music in your ears. I'm going to remind you what it's all about, but I'm also going to go do the tweet thing, because I didn't. And we want to know where the hell is the whole community? I mean, don't get me wrong, I see many of you watching, but where the fuck is everyone? Come on. I can't have this good a playlist and so few of you. We need to get a hug pit going up in here. And where I'm going to start tonight is with some music by a band called Alkanost. Now, I play this band for you guys, not super frequently, but fairly frequently. I'm a huge fan, and they're a really interesting kind of folk metal band that has sort of evolved over the course of their career. They started in the mid-90s, I guess. They're Russian as hell, bleh. And a lot of what they were doing to start with was like folk songs, folk singing, and had sort of a little bit of a, John, had a little bit of a medieval edge. And so this makes me laugh because I realized this week I was listening to a lot of stuff that was almost medievalish. And I also realized that I spent one night watching The Jabberwocky. I'm curious to know if everybody that's watching right now has ever seen that movie. It's not quite sort of the Monty Python group, but it involves all of the Monty Python usual suspects and Gilliam and Michael Palin and that crew. And so I'm wondering if you've ever seen the ridiculously stupid medieval send-up called Jabberwocky. And so I realized, I was listening to a bunch of Russian medieval folk metal, and here we are. So earlier last week, Alkanost actually released an entire instrumental album, and it's really good. So if you're looking for some great work music, if you're looking for sort of kind of heavy metal, folk, kind of good work tracks, but with no lyrics. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm sorry. So, if you need something to listen to at work, if you need something where you don't want lyrics bothering you, if it's going to bother the crap out of you, if it's going to bother the crap out of you that you don't understand anything they're saying, bless my soul, and all of the ones I've stolen too, right? So if you need something to kind of work to, if you need some background tunes, if you need something that is pretty cool and doesn't have vocals to it, then Alkanost's new album that just came out last week is going to be a good fit for you. However, I'm going to play something actually from a sort of middling album from them. I'm going to play something off an album that came out in 2010. So kind of right in the middle of the decades that they have existed. And I'm going to play something that, you know what? I'm not going to try and say. I don't know what the name of the song is. Fuck it. It's going to show up on the overlay and you're going to have to sort it out. My name is Crimsonclad. We're just getting started tonight with Fullforce Radio. It's heavy metal, it's hard rock, it's Sass. It's here on mspwaves.com. Or if you want to go to my website, fullforce.rocks, you can watch it, enjoy it, put it in your ears with extreme force, wherever makes you happy. I'm not even going to try and say this. It's all Cyrillics. Heck of a yes, bleh. Half of these aren't even letters. God damn it. All right, there we go. A little bit of Alkanost. And so the ever helpful community, Jason was saying, what was it? Untold World, Untold Light. Yeah, Marco would probably know too. Untold Light, Untold World, something's untold. We don't know. People aren't speaking about it. They're all fucking clammed up, whatever it is. So yeah, I mean, while that track was on, I was trying to get ready to tweet, and I did not succeed. I did not finish a tweet. So let's do the tweet twat together. New cam, who dis? Does that work? Am I cool? I'm not cool. I don't know what the kids are saying. I'm sorry, dudes. But let's put Fullforce .rocks. There we go. Tweet, new cam, who dis? There. Boom. Oh, right now, BTW. I suck at this. Come right now. Okay, so now that you guys have watched me flounder and flail, one of the things that was happening in there, hey, Eldritch, hey, man. One of the things that we were talking about during that break there while that song was on, was that, you know, if there's one good thing that happened during COVID, which of course you got to be real careful when you say things like that, but one good thing that happened during COVID is we're starting to realize that we don't need these insane big official offices, and that in a lot of cases people are working from home, they're working different hours, they're setting different schedules. Man, how dare you? Is it ma'am, Eldritch? So that's kind of a cool thing. There's a lot of people who have maybe struggled in traditional workplaces, or, you know, need to take care of their family or their kids, or their commute sucks or whatever. There's a lot of benefits to people discovering that, yeah, man, I can work from home. That's fucking cool. So that's like a small good thing. Let's try and count our wins where we can. So if you've got something that like COVID has sort of enabled for you that isn't doom and gloom and misery and whatnot. Did you just quote Dolly Parton in my chat? Did we just get a Dolly Parton quote? Working 9 to 5. What is it? What a way to make a living. You know what? To be fair, I fucking love Dolly. She is a class act. She's a hardworking lady, and everybody should love Dolly Parton, so that's fine. Jeez, sheesh. We should find it. I'll try and find a Dolly cover to put on one night, because one of the things we love here on Fullforce Radio is bizarro world metal covers. I should look for a Dolly Parton cover. Abso-fucking-lutely. All right, so that Alkanost track is a little bit older. And so like I said, you know, Corbin, he likes his folk metal. He likes his Alkanost. He hadn't heard this one. And so for many of you guys, that is from their older sort of back catalog. And one of the things about that is there's a lot more sort of growling singing, and there's a lot more sort of traditional death metal there. And if you go far enough back towards the 90s, it really is like the medieval chanting, medieval choir, and some more sort of traditional death metal kind of cues. And of course, if you come forward in their discography to their most recent albums, it's so good too. They're polished, they've evolved, and you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. And in fact, we had this discussion actually during the Earth Day show a couple weeks ago. And one of the most, yes, there's many covers of Jolene. Everybody and their fucking dog has covered Jolene. Please don't take my man. And you know what? Of course Jolene was a redhead. Can we talk about this? What is up with that? Come on. Give us a break. You either hate us because you think we're stealing your soul, or you hate us because you think we're these slutty sex machine murder dolls. You can't win, man. You can't win. I swear to God, I hated being a redhead growing up. I hated it. And when you're a little kid, like, I was never a super ginge. I was not like an orange head. I was more of a daywalker. But for like being a kid, it was like, okay, I was chubby and I was super freckly. And like, yeah, I had reddish leaning hair. And then South Park had that whole kick a ginger thing, and everything kind of spiraled out of control. And high school, end of elementary school and high school was a nightmare, honest to God. And then I got hot. So All right. So, yeah, or you love us because we're dangerous. Whatever. We're not. We're really, really not. We're really not. But, you know, I like that many of you believe that we are. I'm willing to kind of roll with it, that just to feel and sound cooler. Okay, so anyways, if you like folk music, if you like folk metal, Alkanos might be a really great choice for you. Let us continue on down tonight's playlist. Now, Jason, there are many Jasons, and all of you are my Jasons. I was going to say that there are many Jasons, but this one is mine. But Jason, our resident punk fan, Jason and Melody, they may or may not be watching, but normally I try every now and again to sneak some punk flavored music into my shows, because metal and punk, they're not that far apart. They're both extreme forms of music, and they're both very evocative and emotional at a lot of times, and they both actually tend to lean towards kind of being protest music, or kind of being music that is a little bit counterculture. And so I know Jason loves music, and so I just thought I'd put a track in tonight that he might enjoy. I'm going to play something by a group called Dunderbeast, which is amazing. It's an amazing name. And they were... They've gone through a lot of changes to their lineup in the years that they've existed. They were at one point like this crazy fucking orchestra, and they had a whole stage show, and they were doing all this choreography, and they did the full makeup. And now they're kind of writing these little quick post-punky metal kind of tracks. And so I figured if we're going to do a bunch of non-English songs, we'll kind of cram them together at the start of the show and get that tempo up pretty quick. So Dunderbeast just put out a new album. Could be called Uro, could be called Euro, could be called URO. It's a fucking mystery. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna play something off this album, and I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy it. I'm gonna try and slowly move through music tonight, because often, as you know, when I get talking, I never shut the fuck up. And so... yeah, Jason's saying that he had 26 Jasons in his high school and 60 in your college. And that's just 60 that you interacted with. Not 60 total. 60 Jasons that you were involved with. That's fucking wild. Think about that. But yeah, he is not here. That's okay. We'll call him out later. I have to say, the Discord is quiet today. That's pretty wild. It's A-okay. You'll show up. The Discord, if you chat in Discord, you may notice, if you're looking at the overlay, if you're watching, I could see many of you on Twitch and Vim and YouTube and wherever you're hanging out and watching. You may notice down below, there are some little avatars floating along. Those are the people who are featured. They're hanging out in the Discord. If you want to have your avatar featured on my show, then come on into the Discord and you'll be down there. But I don't care. Be where you are. Be where you want to be. Chat from wherever is most comfortable for you. I want you to have a good experience. I want you to enjoy yourself here with me. And I want to put really good loud music in your ears. So, Dunderbeast. What a fucking name. And I'm going to play something off the newest album. Like I said, Euro. I'm going to say it's Euro. I don't know. It just came out. It's a short album, as many sort of punk-ish. It's not traditional punk. We're not talking like God Save the Queen, oi, crust punk or anything like that. But absolutely rock and roll, metal, punk leaning, a little faster, a little edgier, a little messier, and a great new album. So highly recommended. I'm going to play a track for you called Temple. And then when we come back, we will start moving into some more music that kind of is evocative of what I've been entertaining myself with for this last little bit. Like I said, a lot of the stuff that comes up in my shows tends to relate to stuff that I watch or listen to, or stories that I see or hear or read or whatever. Tonight, not really. No theme, just a lot of great new music and maybe some things that have crept in. I mentioned to you guys that I was kind of on a weird quasi-medieval kick because of a movie called Jabberwocky. There you go. Jabberwocky. And I will try to find it for you. I'm sure it's on the Netflix or on the Amazon or whatever. But it is a very sort of classic Monty Python-esque romp about a completely useless Cooper's son in medieval time. Yeah, Jason, it doesn't matter. Yes, the comments take a little while to show up. So for everybody who's watching from any of the places that you might be watching. They're all hooked in. There's some magic going on in the background, like this magic, comment magic, and they will show up. But because of the way that restreaming works, every time you stream to a new platform and there's another sort of leg in the journey that this stream has to make, it takes a little bit longer. So for some of you, you are going to be slightly delayed. I apologize. I don't mind if you're a time traveler. I'll still answer you, even if you're minutes behind me. I just know what's going to happen because I'm in the future. It's a good thing that I'm the one in control. But yeah, so the Jabberwocky is a ridiculously stupid kind of quasi-medieval movie. It is a little bit in the vein of the Holy Grail, but it has an actual story. It's a little more linear, shall we say. And it's about a young man who is a cooper, and he makes his way in the world to win the heart of his fair love, Griselda. But also the countryside is being terrorized by a horrible monster. Yes, honk, much worse than a goose even. A horrible monster, and hijinks ensue, basically. And it's ridiculous. And I'm curious because many of you guys don't seem to know or have not seen it. And I think this is probably good and also maybe bad. I don't know. I wouldn't argue that it's a great movie. Unacceptable. All right, listen. Let's do this. Let's play another track. It's called Temple. My name is Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio. It's kind of live radio. It's kind of a live stream. It's very loud. It's always fun. We chat a lot. We got the best community. Bring your friends. Turn it up. Listen to some great music like this. It's Dunderbeast on Fullforce Radio. suck. I'm so bad at this. I thought, oh, I'm gonna jump over and I'm gonna totally chat with the other group, and then I just totally stopped. So hey, Lacey has joined us. Many people have joined us. I am a date soundtrack. That's good. Given what tonight's playlist looks like, things might get a little wild up over there. So listen, friends, listen. That was a great little track. And yes, the next one is tasty, I promise. I see lots of people are starting to hop in. And I'm glad to have you because I got some good music tonight. I see Trinkowski has jumped in. And yeah, good things are happening. So, oh, there's a Goyle friend over there. That's perfect. I always like getting more ladies putting some metal in their ears. Hey, Paul. Yeah, Paul just jumped on from Twitter. So listen, people are hanging out from all over the place. If you are joining me tonight for Fullforce Radio, say hi. Let me call you out on air. Let me butcher your name. Let me have a little fun with you. My name is Crimsonclad. I do this every week, Thursday nights, Friday mornings, whatever time it is for you. Right now, I play heavy metal. I play hard rock. I talk a bunch of sass, and we have a lot of fun. So tonight is a mixed bag. It's music from all over the place, but a lot of it is inspired basically by new tracks. I got so much new music to put in your ears. Everything is new. And in fact, you'll see new camera. We're working on it. It's not perfect, but we're getting there. New camera, new everything. And actually, a couple of you fine gents and ladies in the chat are going to be merchandise testers. I have new merch going out, which is really cool. Corbin, please check your fucking DMs. And so I'm stoked to have you guys. Lots of stuff is finally starting to come together. That's the coming together stuff. But I have lots of good music for you tonight. So it is a weird thing. It's a weird thing. Is it radio? Is it live streaming? Is it camming? What is it? It doesn't matter. It's Fullforce Radio. So already tonight I've played some non-English language music, but we are going to move into some more stuff. Now, this track, the next track, when everybody was going, ooh, tasty, tasty. What was that? That little bit that we heard. It's a track from one of my favorite Trivium albums. It's not new. It's not different. It's just tasty. It's just something that you guys probably haven't heard. And it's a non-single cut off an album called The Sin in the Sentence. And so that came out in like late 2017. Trivium is an awesome band. They've been around a long time, and I know I bring them up a lot because they're really, really interesting. Trivium is a great example of a band who's pivoted with this whole COVID thing. And I know we don't want to talk about COVID, but we do know that, yes, we're coming back to a time where we're going to start doing live shows again, which is really exciting. But one of the results of COVID has been a lot of live streaming concerts, a lot of cool live streaming shows, and there are a lot of yes, I can. We can grab that little clip of check your fucking DMs, and if you want to use that as a ringtone, absolutely. We've joked about this before, how you too could indeed have some sort of crim quote attached to your phone. I don't know why you'd want to do that to yourself, but why not? Why the fuck not? So listen, Trivium. Oh, am I not allowed to do that band on YouTube? Yeah, you know what? This is still okay. It's okay. It's not white power. That shit is so dumb. I mean it with love in my heart, and because when I was a little kid, that's what it meant, and that's what I grew up with. So I don't care. You can't co-opt it. I don't believe in that shit. So in any case, doesn't matter. And yeah, YouTube hates the COVID word. It hates the Corona word. It doesn't matter. We're adapting. I'm going to do this a lot, and people are going to leave, and I'm going to hemorrhage viewers, and it's going to be a whole thing. I'm going to try not to. I'll try and keep my hands. We'll do this. Live long and prosper. We'll just do this a lot, okay? This will be my new default hand. You know how, like, Barbies, all their fingers are stuck together, right? That, except I'll just do this. We'll have full nerd hands. One hand, or the shocker, maybe? I can't even do the shocker. Jesus. The shocker. And the metal horns. Whatever. Listen. Shh. It's fine. All right. So. Where where was I going with this? Trivium. So they've really pivoted. Matt Heafy is awesome. He's on everyday live streaming. Paolo, another one of the band members, he's on live streaming all the time. And so Trivium has found this way to really sort of close that gap with fans, close that gap with people who love their music, and they've really kind of turned this to their advantage. And I think this is another one of those changes. Maybe it's almost as positive as discovering we don't need big, stupid offices and you can work from home. Artists are discovering that, yeah, they can live stream and they can talk to their fans every single day, and they can build that connection in between when they're touring, and they can get direct feedback and entertain directly, and they can still do live streams as well. Yeah, look at those background updates. Yeah, my office has come a long way, hey? So, I mean, when I started, you could see, when I started, many of you guys may or may not remember, this room was neon pink. So then it was painted white. And then, because it's my room, it's my office, it got painted black. Then I built the custom cedar shelving. Then I built the custom cedar desk, and slowly it's getting there. I still have to frame out this mirror. There's still some little things, but overall, this is my space. I don't want to work in an office. I want to be right here in the studio. This is my jam. So yeah, I'm hoping it's at least getting a little better. Every day it gets a little better. Every day, friends. All right. So like I said, Trivium. I want to play you an older Trivium track. It's off a great album called The Sin in the Sentence. Trivium has had a long career, like a 30-year career, and they've made a little bit of, oh, I'm looking up in the corner though, in my, over there, my socials, you have something blinking in the background. It's not, it's my ceiling fan reflected, god damn it, everything's reverse back here. It's my ceiling fan. It's reflected in my David Bowie thing. It is what it is. I apologize. So, let's do the Trivium. 30-year discography. They've done a little bit of everything. He's kind of a nerd. They've done metal about space. They've done, you know, really cool, very death metal albums. They've done some really melodic albums. And now, yeah, Matt, Paolo, and the rest of the band are just killing it on Twitch. And I've played a lot of stuff for you, but I really like this album. And there's a track on it that I haven't played for you yet. This is the perfect time. And we got to get going because I got so much music and I've only got an hour and 15 minutes with you. So I got to put all this good up in your ears. We got to do it. We just got to make it happen. So here you go. It's Beyond Oblivion by a band called Trivium. My name is Crimsonclad, and I don't, what is it? No more rhymes. I mean it. Would anybody like a peanut? I have got you guys for another hour and 15 minutes. We will be here. I got lots of great music tonight. We're going to try and cover it all off. Who knows? But you should stick around. Bring your friends. I don't want to say like and subscribe. I don't care. But if you want to come back, let me know and I'll show you how to get updates so you can come back the next time that I have music to play for you. It's very simple. Yeah! So hey, welcome. If you're watching the live stream and I've suddenly disappeared, yeah, I did. So interestingly enough, I'm working with a new camera tonight. This should or should not be surprising. Don't worry, I'll fix it. I have another option. But I have this brand new camera hooked up to a power supply and it's like, yeah, nah, I'm dead. I got no power. What is that all about? My goodness gracious me. All right, so that's something I'm going to have to kind of figure out in the meantime because you can see it flickering and it's like, no, I have no power. Okay, so just for what camera did I get? I told you I have a Sony. I don't know what the setting is. So rather than make you guys wait, we're going to do a very special little thing here. I knew this was going to be a possibility. So hold tight, hold to your buns, kids. And why Libertarian was on with Jarvie earlier, I'm asking him to drop a link in chat. But listen, friends, darlings, family members, that's okay. I got an option here. We're going to make it happen real damn quick. Give me uno momento, por favor. 192.168. Let's see. Can we get... Hey! Look, that's where the camera should be. Here's the camera. It's dead. So instead, we're going to do one of these. Hi! Okay. So hang on. Let's quickly switch the camera over. Look at this. Look at me solving problems on the fly. I hope you guys are really happy about this. All right. Let's do this. Let's get... Ha! Hey! Hi! Looks like shit. I'll fix it. All right. So we have a new camera. It's all good in the hood. I had an inkling that this might happen. And unfortunately, I can't solve these problems. It's a collective buns holding. Yeah, hold on to your buns, kids. All right, so this one I know I can charge. Everything looks good. I mean, it's not ideal. It's not where it needs to be. You can't see half the shit that you need to. But you will not go without Crim, which, I mean, I guess is probably the goal in the long run. So that's okay. I got more music, I got more fun, I got more shit going on. If you don't mind that this doesn't look anywhere near as good, I'm going to figure out while the show is going and while there was more music happening. My God, this is blown out. We'll get it figured out. While this is all going on, I'm Professional bum holder. Sure thing. While this is all going on, don't you worry. I will figure out what the fuck and how to get that other camera charging itself while we're doing the show. And if you don't mind that I'm glowing and brilliant and terrifying, then we're fine. It's like, we're completely fine. It's all fine here now. How are you? All right, so no big deal. Let's continue on. We were just listening to Trivium, and holy cow, this is a real step down in quality. What do you guys think? If you saw the old camera and now you see this one, how bad, man? How bad is this? Brutal. All right, so while this is happening, no big deal. We're gonna keep on keeping on. But you know what, that Trump orange, Crim? Yeah, it is. It's pretty orange, fellas. It's pretty orange. So I'm going to try and fix it, but I'm going to see what the settings are to make this work. Doesn't matter. We have come to the halfway point in the show. I got another hour. I got a ton of great music tonight. I just played you guys some trivia, and of course, Eldritch. Eldritch is the only cool guy that's the only one who plays good metal, apparently, and he's gatekeeping for all of you. But he is really entertaining, so if you want to check out his show, you can go to mspwaves.com/schedule. You can find his show on Wednesdays before the clown, and he also streams on Vim TV. So even though he's a dink to me, I have lots more good music for you, and you can check his show out too. So let's continue on. I'm gonna actually quickly play another track, and I'm gonna fuck around with the camera in the background because I got good music, I got a good camera, we just need the two of them together. Don't you love learning on the fly? All right, so let's continue moving. Now, I actually want to play something really interesting, and for some of you, you're going to love this. For some of you, you are going to hate it. It is going to be the worst thing ever. You're not going to enjoy it. You're going to be, oh, he is good. We're buds. And it's quite funny because we like most of the same music and whatnot. It just, you know, I'm not as cool as him. All right. So here's the deal. I'm a quasi Alice in Chains fan. I like some of their music, but at the same time, you know, take it or leave it. And I know that's blasphemy to a lot of people. But one thing that we really love on this show is a perfect Bizarro World metal cover. Oh, see, there it was again. Perfect. That's like chef's kiss. Mwah. Yeah. Or what is this? This is very Italian. We love a good metal cover on this show. And so just recently, there was an album released called Dirt Redo. Now, here's the deal. It is an entire cover album of Alice in Chains tracks, and it's all metal, hard rock, alternative bands doing covers of Alice in Chains songs. And that's interesting. I'm already kind of like, okay, all right, let me see what's going on. Let me see what these interpretations are. I love the idea of weird metal covers of other songs. I think it's fun. I love hearing musicians paying tribute to each other. Dirt, the Dirtening, Electric Dirtaloo too. But so, yeah, Matt. Oh, Matt, hi. Yeah, you know, you could get a little burned out on these bands. Now, Eldritch, you're saying I'm as cool as Robert Picton. Now, I live in BC, and I actually live not far from where the Picton farm was. And I could tell you that I know that's a joke, but for a lot of people where I'm from, really not cool. He was a really, really horrible man, and he made a lot of people suffer. And I hope he stays locked up in jail forever. All right, so if someone can make Alice in Chains worth listening to, that's talent. Perfect. So the band that I picked is a band that I play for you guys really, really, really often on the show. If you think of often in terms of the last 4 years. And it's a band called Chemists. Now, Chemists are this sort of sludgy doom metal band. They are awesome. They do kind of doomy dungeon metal. And they're really cool dudes. They're from Colorado, actually. And I love their slow, syrupy sort of, I don't know. I wanted to say uncomfortable, but it's sludge. It's sludge and doom metal. And they took on redoing a track called Down in a Hole, which a lot of people have heard. It's a very famous Alice in Chains song. So I'm going to actually play you Down in a Hole as covered by Chemist. And if you want to check it out, this whole album is Alice in Chains covers. And so there's songs that you might know and you might be sick of because, you know, Alice in Chains, you've heard it. You heard it all. You heard it a bajillion times. New takes on them, and it's pretty cool. I went through it. I'm like, yeah, okay, what up? This is cool. So for a new lens on some old, maybe or maybe not favorites, this Dirt album might be for you, and it was just released recently. So I'm going to play you this Chemist track, Down in a Hole, cover of Alice in Chains. I love Chemist. They're a perfect fit for tonight. So let's see. Let's see if you guys like it. Give me your feedback. My name is Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio, and tonight I got so much new, good, weird, different music. The whole spectrum. Loud and hard and fast and slow and dark and upbeat. You name it. I got it for you tonight. And that's fucking cool. My name is Crimsonclad. I'm going to try and figure out how to both stream and charge from this camera at the same time. I thought I had the settings right. I mean, I did have the settings right, according to everyone and everything and the manual, but it turns out, nah, I didn't. And I guess that's because I'm capturing 4K crim all up in your face. I'm guessing this thing just killed itself, lest it have to continue to stare directly into my eyes. The camera has gazed long into the abyss. I have gazed back, and I won. So I'm going to look up the settings. I'm going to chat with you guys. We got more music tonight. We're only halfway through the show. Let's have a lot of fun. Let's play some loud tracks. Let us enjoy. And I'll fix all of this, in theory. But this is why you always have a backup. I'm always prepared, friends. All right. Down in a hole where my camera is. Don't read too far into it. That sounds bad. Don't swat me. My camera's not in a hole, I swear to God. you go. The only tolerable Alice in Chains is not done by Alice in Chains. A group called Chemists, a doom band, a sludge band from, You win. Why do you win? You're an industrial AC unit. Oh yeah, you're the biggest fan, my man. All right, so guess what? I was watching a video and listening and vibing to that track. LP has jumped in, Clay, and everybody's watching, hanging out. So here's the deal. Thank you, PZ. Here's the deal. It turns out that the cable I was using, I'm using a longer USB cable because it needs to get up all way up to there. Well, it turns out that the camera didn't recognize it as a power cable. So I just tried another short cable, and sure enough, the camera recognizes it as charging and turned back on. So it turns out that not all just fucking USB cables are created evil. Evil equal. Listen, the show is what it is. So here's the thing. It's too short to reach to where I need it to. So I'm going to test plugging it into the back of my monitor. I'm still here. I'm going to test plugging it in to the back of my monitor and seeing if that is strong enough. And if that is strong enough, then we can switch back to the other camera. Look it, I'm figuring this out on the fly. So if you're just joining us, my name is Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio, playing a wide assortment of heavy metal and fun music. Yeah, not all cables are equal. Not all humans are equal. Let's see. Charge. Do you think you're charging? Camera thinks it's charging. Well, son of a biscuit. Okay, so, I mean, I can't guarantee this is gonna work, but it does think it's working again. So, whoa, this is a bad look. Let's switch. Are you guys ready for this? Are you guys ready for straight up my nose? Let's do it. Are you guys ready? I'm gonna try and switch the camera. So if you're watching right now, I apologize, because we're going straight up my nose in 4K. You're gonna see all of the badness all at once. Let's just hop on back. Come on, do it. Maybe not. Maybe not. Video capture, do the thing. Oh, I guess I have to plug the fucking video cord in. Guys, pro DJ, are you ready? Now you're gonna get up my nose. Hang on. Let's do it. Let's do the thing. Let's try it out. Oh, every pore on my face. Every zit. Gee, they're looking pretty good, though. Hi! We figured it out. It turns out that the cable just didn't want to work. I mean, you know, I should be surprised, but I'm not. This show is an exercise in fuckery. And if nothing else, I am entertaining you something fierce. You're watching my failures and living off them. You're living for them. So let's switch out the backup. God. Let's switch out the backup camera because everybody wants to look into my armpit. I know it. You know it. We all know it. We're going to move that. And then, there we go. We will put this camera in its place. All that gooey goodness. I'm not even asking what you think, which part of me is gooey. Sir, I choose to not know. I'm not that gooey. I'm a little gooey. I'm partially gooey. Okay, there we go. So I'm hemorrhaging watchers, but listen, this is what it is. This is live. It's unscripted. It's real radio, and it's bad. So there we go. Yeah, show you all that sexy, sexy armpit. We're back. The camera is working. It turns out you just need a good cable. You just need a cable that works. You just need a cable that does what you want it to. All right, so there we go. Go team. We're back. We're live. We're doing it live. So just played you guys some Chemists. Everybody immediately hated it. They hate me. You hate my music. You hate everything I do. But frankly, that's a good band. They do really good doom, stoner, sludge, slow tracks, slow jams. And you know what? You don't have to listen to it all the time. You can spread it out. You can enjoy all sorts of music, friends. So now that I see literally everyone is leaving and they hate me, cool. Let's jump into some more great music. So I wanted to pick it up from there, and I thought I was going to play something by a group called Havamal, but I'm debating skipping it because I have so much music tonight. And not enough time to play it all, and that's a real problem for me because I'm a chatter, I'm a talker, I'm an entertainer, and everybody wants to NFT my armpits. Listen, here. Can you see? Are my pores NFT'd? The scar in my eyebrow? You could probably see a little bit of everything. The makeup I slept in yesterday. All right, so let's continue. Let's pretend that this isn't absolutely terrifying. Let's go on. Yes, Julia is picking up some cool art. She actually gave out some art today, and she's got some cool 500 Hive pieces. So let's just, the clown abandoned me. Almost no one is listening. It's fine, because those of you who are here are the core group. And yes, some of you are even watching the video stream and seeing me in he is. He's technically in a meeting. He did let me know. You're seeing me in live color 4K nonsense. I'm just trying to get this camera back to where it was. It was like I set it all up and then everything got fucked up. So let's continue. I want to play you something. I'm going to skip this Have 'Em All track. It's really good, but I'm going to put it back in the big radio bucket because it's a longer track and I want to get through everything tonight. So one of the bands that I sort of grew up in the death metal, black metal. It's not her birthday yet. Her birthday's on the 10th. Wait till Monday. But it is sweet of you to wish it to her. Okay, so let's continue. One of the bands that I sort of grew up on in terms of getting to know and getting to love death metal and black metal and, all of the stuff that led to me being who I am now and listening to what I am now is a group called Enslaved. Now, Enslaved obviously have been around. They were really kind of part of the early black metal scene, like 1993, 1994, and obviously alongside Emperor, they were one of the bands that really shaped everything that was happening in that black metal period, the birth and rise of black and death metal. And so they've got a very long discography. They've got a ton of tracks, and depending on where you start and what kind of music you like, you're going to find something for everyone in their discography. And so I was thinking of going all the way back, but then I realized, no, it's okay. Let's continue. They did just put out an album called Utgard, and as they passed through time, they started creating more and more sort of Viking, heathen, I don't know what I want to kind of call it, Norse tradition, and all of their albums really started reflecting this Viking way of life, Viking mythos, everything like that. And so from like the late 90s through the 2000s, pretty much every album has featured that sort of Norse and heathen mythology and belief and culture. And so I was thinking about playing that because they did released an album recently in 2020 called Utgard, and they did just release some singles and some stuff like that. And I thought, no, I'm going to find something from kind of the middle of the catalog at a time where they were exploring all sorts of stuff. So a little heavier than their newest offerings, a little lighter than their oldest offerings, somewhere in the middle. It's off an album called Vertebrae, and it's a track called The Watcher. And for those of you who are always a little scared, or you're kind of branching out, or you're trying to dip your toe into the black abyss of death and black metal, this might be a good option for you. You can say, I listen to Enslaved, and you can have your true cult cred. My name is Crimsonclad. We're in the second half of the show, which is wild. Now, pretty soon, I'm hoping to move back to 3-hour shows. In theory, the camera's gonna make it. In theory. And we're going to move back to longer shows, bigger deep dives, more music, more chat, more fun, yada, 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 so forth, so on. But for now, I only have 2-hour shows, and that means I had to cram as much music into you as I possibly can. So we're going to get down, get dirty, get musical. I'm scared to say we're going to get anything else because you guys will take it and run with it in the wrong direction. The track is called The Watcher. My name is called Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio here on MSP Waves. right, can I pause in time? Yes, I can. There you go. So a little bit of Enslaved, and I'm just realizing just now that Vim, I have one tiny complaint about Vim, and that is often that I think I've saved the information about the stream and it doesn't save. So many of you believe that this is Cyberbuzz Radio. My friends, it ain't Cyberbuzz. But I'm happy to have you wherever you may be watching. I see lots of you, more people jumping into YouTube. You're jumping into MSP Waves. You're hanging out on Vim. You're on Twitch. You're on Trovo. You're in Discord. And I'm fucking glad to have you. Thursday nights, Friday mornings, whatever time it is for you right now, is a time for metal. It is good, loud music. It's good buds. And it's good chat. And so today is a bunch of new music. It's a bunch of stuff that I've been kind of hanging on to. Yeah, so there you go. Viking Adventure is sharing he is getting the very first official mug. We are testing it. He's getting the fucking awesome Crimsonclad black metal mug with the like red handle. It's fucking badass. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really excited, and it has actually shipped. It is on route. And Theta too. Yes, Steven, that's right. I'm actually going to start streaming to Theta myself. So MSP Waves is streaming to Theta, but I'm actually going to start streaming to Theta because I'm having so much FOMO about fucking T-Fuel, and people keep tipping me through the Waves Theta, and I don't get any of that. So I'm like, God damn it, I'm going to step up my game. I'm going to stream everywhere. I'm going to take over the goddamn world. So, I won't forget about Theta because I'll be there. You can't run from me forever. You can't. It's impossible. I'm terrifying, and I exist in a state of perpetual sort of omnipotence. You can't escape me. I'm like Jeff Goldblum. I'm watching you poop. So again, see, camera in a hole, watching you poop. I have to watch these things because some of you are going to believe it. So let's... Some of you have been very quiet tonight. Oh, Lord. I can never tell if that's good or bad. Sorry, that's me stopping the backup camera, which was still just sitting on my desk, sadly broadcasting my desk. All right, so let's continue on. I have more music for you tonight. So there's some Enslaved for you. Newer Enslaved has some clean singing mixed in, and for some of you, that's gonna be a slightly easier to swallow option. And for some of you, it's not hard enough, it's not black enough, it's not cult enough. And that's okay. We do a little bit of everything on this show, so don't worry about it. But I do have, hey, DDR Freak, how's it going, man? Speaking of Vim and cool people, DDR Freak is here. So I'm so glad so many of you guys are hanging out. I have a lot of cool music tonight, and I got half an hour. Now let me just see how many songs I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Guys, we're not going to do it, but we're going to try. God damn it, we're going to try. So I promised Trinkowski's here. Yeah, all them Vim bad boys are hanging out. Trinkowski's here, and I happen to know, hey, Gecko, and Stace, hi, babe. I happen to know that Trinkowski loves a female singer, but he doesn't just love a female singer. He loves a female growler. He loves a bit of a, and I like to oblige. And there are many of them. And I have a track on the playlist tonight. I haven't played this band in a long time. Now, she doesn't always growl, and she doesn't growl a lot. And she has a very great, clean singing voice, too. But I'm going to play you a track by a band called In This Moment. The track is called Burn. I'm Crimsonclad. We're experimenting with a new camera tonight. And if this looks good, then we can do more live streaming action. See, you guys can't quite see it. It is actually also 60 frames per second too, which is pretty fucking wild. So on my end, it looks great. On your end, it probably looks like trash, but it gets a little better every day. Finger guns. Hey, Stace. All right, so let me do it. Give you Angela Gossow. No. Listen, you got to go with what I give you. That doesn't mean I won't play, but it does mean that you get what's already up. I'm going to play you a track called Burn. My name is Crimsonclad. Maria Brink, actually. Maria Brink. She's still a babe, but she's badass. I got lots of loud music for you tonight. Everything from Lord of the Lost right through Zeal and Ardor, Powerwolf, Starkill, Yuri Gagarin. Listen, I got a lot of cool stuff. We got to try and get through it. I don't know that we will, but we're going to give it our damnedest, kids. We are on Fullforce Radio. This is off an album called Blood. Old, but extra good. See, there it is again. It's good. It's okay. I'm gonna get canceled. Don't cancel me, bro. She seems kind, very talented, all of the best stuff. Off an album called Blood that is in this moment. So hey, this goes forever and it never stops. So I'm stopping it. Hey, I'm Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio. Corbin leveled up. I'm saying hi to Attila Luno. Haven't seen you in a while. People are popping in, and I'm so glad to have you. And for a lot of you, this is either your first time or your 1000th time, and I hope it's just as good as whenever you were here last. I'm going to finish the last and finish the last of this shot for Corbin's level up. And then I'm going to be a mess. But that's okay, because we've only got half an hour left in the show. Now, normally, tonight, hey, Vashmore. I wish we had Bucky here to sing to you. You get me. Bucky and Dog used to sing about Vash, and me, I'm a sad, pale comparison. However, let's just... All right. Okay. Okay, so nice one, Julia. All right, so this is Fullforce Radio. Every Thursday night, Friday morning, wherever you are right now, I play metal. I play hard rock, I play a little bit of everything, and often the show, we chat about a lot of the sort of history around it. We do deep dives. Sometimes we go right off the rails and we talk about me being a potato or a Sasquatch or a plant. But this week, it's a lot of new music, and I'm cramming a ton of, oh God, I apologize, it's very rude. Bad DJ. I cram in a lot of music if I can. And so tonight is mostly music and exploring the new camera, testing it out and having a lot of fun with you guys. And so yeah, there's great stuff going on, and I got more music for you. I want to cram it all in your ears. So knowing that I have a half hour left, I'm going to try and fit as many cool, weird, varied tracks in as possible. Now, one of the bands that I love, I mean, I don't always love clean singing in metal. I don't. I love growling, and I love really heavy stuff, and I like weird avant-garde stuff. But, you know, this show is about exploring a little bit of everything. It's about finding music that you love, too. And some of you guys are metalheads that are way harder than me, way softer than me, more rock, more sludge, more power, more folk, whatever. You have a type. Maybe you don't like metal at all and you just keep coming to my show because you're a glutton for punishment. But the idea is I'm going to find something that you like. One of the bands that I really enjoy is a band called Lord of the Lost. And they've put out some fabulous albums. So if you think of that last band that we just listened to in this moment, and you think of Maria Brink's voice, and the beauty and the power and that raw edge where she's singing perfectly clean in this tone and she's an angel, and then she's screaming and her guts are being ripped out her throat. That's metal to me. I love a little bit of everything. So Lord of the Lost, oh man, there's a lot of alcohol. Yeah. Lord of the Lost is a great band, and I've played a lot of tracks off them. And one of my favorite songs of all time, one of my favorite fight songs, get up and go songs is, hey, yeah, Nolly, what up, man? One of my favorite songs from them is a track called On This Rock I Will Build My Church. And of course, that sounds religious, but it's not. And this is a thing that Lord of the Lost does a lot. They take words that we think of as related to religion and faith, and they imbue it with meaning that just is human and not necessarily any specific denomination. And so they just released a new single, and it's interesting because it's got a heavy edge to it, but it's not super heavy. And I really like it. And I'm so excited for this upcoming album because I think it's going to be really, really good. So maybe it's good that Normok's not here because the single is called Priest. And the album artwork, if you're watching the video, you're going to see it. Scleral contacts, all white, upside down cross, the whole thing, you name it. But the track is beautiful. And man, can their lead singer sing. So knowing that I gotta kick you into high gear, I got more music to play for you, more new bands, old bands, and new tracks, old loves to put in your ear. We're gonna start with this Priest, and then we're gonna go into powering through quite a bit of music. Now, I mentioned earlier tonight that the tracks are either new, and you haven't heard them yet, like this one, or they're related to stuff I've been watching to entertain myself. And there have been like two extremes that I've been watching movies this week. One, dorky, funny, medieval stuff like The Jabberwocky, or Life of Brian. Actually, I rewatched Life of Brian as well. Or space. I was watching just yesterday I can't do that, Dave. I was watching 2001 because it's just getting released in 4K, so I got really excited about it. Yeah, there's me in a crim can. And then I also watched Total Recall in 4K because it's basically one of my favorite movies of all time. And if you can watch Getting Your Ass to Mars in 4K, you better. So tonight is this weird amalgam of brand new music, medieval folk metal, space tracks. I don't know. It's fun though, and I'm hoping you're enjoying it. I got more good music for you. So let's do it. Let's play new Lord of the Lost, and then hopefully power through a bunch of fun more music in your ears at full force.
Of none, empty shivers calling for my time far undone. I assume that there is no one that can find my peace of mind. They assume that I am guilty, but guilt I see none. Invidious to the core, I betrayed to be the savior in times to come and times of yore. The fallen traitor hiding when all is said and done. The crown deserves its right king in the shadow of the sun.
Bring your priest! There you go, brand new Lord of the Lost. It's weird because often the singing almost gives you this positive edge and then it's bring your priest! And it's awesome. Anyways, Lord of the Lost, I'm a huge fan. Paul's listening while doing some math. Good job, man. Well done. Sister of Destruction. I don't know who you are, but oh my God, your handle is killer. Babe, well done. Welcome to the show. Noli jumped in. Round Bear, a big shout out because I have not seen you in forever. I hope you are awesome. To everybody who's joining us, this is Fullforce Radio. I'm here every Thursday, Friday, whenever, here, now, playing metal, enjoying, shooting the shit. The problem is, I want to talk to you about so much stuff tonight. We started talking about Total Recall in chat, which is a fucking amazing movie, and fuck you if you don't like it. It's good, bad. And actually, everybody was talking about keep the thumb tucked. No! I'm going to thumbs up all the time. Am I not allowed to? Oh, or is that because I'm fighting? You know what? You're not supposed to put your thumb inside your fist when you fight, because you're going to break you've been busy. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, anyways, doesn't matter. Sister of Destruction. Oh, I thought he was talking to me, but I get it. You know what? This means I love you, though. It's like Hang Ten and I love you. And you know what? It's okay. Devil Horns, I love you. They all go together. It's fine. So while you're all mathing, I got music for you. Now, normally I love to talk. I love to talk about metal. I love to talk with you guys. We go off the deep end. We have a wild time. But tonight I have so much music that I'm trying to keep things rolling just because I have so many things I want to put in your ears. So, you know, I'm trying to keep it moving and talk a little bit less. We're going to fail, though. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Gecko. He's just coming. He comes day, comes night. If you've never seen Arnold from The Pump, that's a great documentary. And at the end, he's just sitting there smoking a fat blunt in a shirt that says Arnold is numero uno, talking about like just fucking and lifting weights. And it's a delight. That's right. I'm going to put it in your ear. All right. So anyways, Total Recall is a treasure. And so space movies. Yeah. 2001, A Space Odyssey, Total Recall. And then, yeah, it's just a lot going on this week. I'm either down on the ground in the mud pit being oppressed. Help. I see the violence inherent in the system. Or I'm rocketing through space. And metal goes with me wherever I go. So I got so much fun music for you guys tonight. We haven't actually gotten to the space tracks yet, and like fingers crossed that we actually can. Now, one of the things that I mentioned was, I wasn't here last week. We let one of the family dogs go, and that was sad. But one of the flip sides is I have been applying for new rescue dogs. So I haven't heard back from any yet. Obviously, COVID is like everyone. I was going to say everyone and their dog, but everybody is lonely. They're getting outside. They want a companion. They have more time on their hands. They're working from home. You know, they're hiking more than ever. They want a dog. And so competition is fierce right now. And I can't even be upset about that because it means a ton of rescue dogs are getting great new homes. The problem is not with me yet. So I have been applying like crazy. I have an application in right now for a dog coming over from Tehran. So we'll see. I'm hoping that pretty soon I will have more dogs here in the office to share with you and to share my life with, because I'm a crazy lady and I want to hike all the things and I want to take the dogs with me. So we'll see. And it might take a little while because I tend to get rescue dogs who have come from crappy circumstances. So sometimes it takes me a while to work with them, but I think soon it's going to happen. So I thought I would share with you a painting that I'm doing of the dog that has passed away. And I thought very quickly I will play a 1-minute song from Psycho Stick because some of you might know it and some of you might not. Psycho Stick does great, stupid parody metal. They do fun, weird tracks. They're kind of primacy. They're kind of whatever. But they have this track that made the rounds on the internet. And every now and again, when I think about dogs and I think about metal, this track comes up. And I'm going to play it for you. And it's only a minute long, so it's barely even a real track. But it's called Dogs Like Socks.
I'm a dog and I like socks. I like socks. I'm a dog. I'm a dog and I like socks. I like socks. I'm a dog. Give me that sock. Nom nom. Give me that sock. Nom nom. We are dogs and we like socks. We like socks. We are dogs. We are dogs and we like socks. We like socks. We are dogs. Dogs, dogs, dogs. Socks, socks, socks. Dogs, socks, dogs. Socks, socks, socks. I'm a dog and I enjoy playing with socks for some reason. Don't judge me. We are dogs. We like socks. I'm a dog. I love socks. Pick up the sock, then throw the sock. I'll catch the sock and bring back the sock. Pick up the sock, then throw the sock. I'll catch the sock, then bring back the sock. Pick up the sock, then throw the sock. I'll catch the sock, then bring back the sock. I'm a dog, I'm a dog, I'm a doggy, 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 doggy, dog.
There you go.
I like socks.
There you go. So, that's the whole song. I'm a dog and I like socks. There you go. So I'm hoping that very soon I will have another metal dog to share with you. So yeah, the flip side is yes, there are many dogs in many places that need love. There are always rescues to be had. But here in BC, one of the nice things is, at least, we have no kill shelters. That's not a thing. And puppies get adopted really easily, and the BC SPCA does a really great job. The local rescues do a really great job. Dog turnover is fast, man. So I am indeed looking at importing a dog. So just FYI, not buying a dog and bringing it in from a breeder from another country. Parts of the Middle East, they really don't love dogs. There are dog lovers there. They have pets, but it's very common. Egypt, Tehran, Tel Aviv, Bahrain. Dogs are really considered a fucking nuisance, to be quite honest. And when they're strays, people usually will throw rocks at them or try to hit them with their cars. And you had dog last night. Oh yeah, did you have some to eat? I like to think of dogs as friends, but I know culturally around the world, they treat them differently. So, you know, actually this same rescue does rescue dogs from Korean meat farms as well. So there you go. But that being said, that's a sad topic. So long story short is, in the Middle East, a lot of dogs end up really injured and kind of out on the streets. And one of the rescues that I'm trying to work with will be bringing a dog, well, lots of dogs in. So the big thing will be finding someone who's actually traveling during COVID to have the dog come over with, and then paying for all of the medical, the shots, the spaying, the neutering, the whatever. You know, it's going to be like $700 minimum, but I think it's a cool investment. I'm excited. All right, so knowing that we have only 10 minutes left, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tracks and like an hour's worth of music on tonight's show. Guys, we're not gonna make it. This is the Fifth Element, where he's like, I said, we're not gonna make it. Yeah, that's where we're at. I'm sorry, my dudes. So I'm trying to decide what I'm going to play for you guys with the time that I have left. So many of you are watching. What about adopting a rescue goose? No, they don't want help. They don't want anything from us. I have so much cool stuff on the playlist: A Forest of Stars, Pinkish Black, Amatory, Wormwitch, Zeal and Ardor, Voyager. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to trim out the space stuff. We'll carry that forward to another night. And what that means is we're going to end with Powerwolf, because fuck yeah. And we're definitely going to play some more death metal. So I am looking at these 2 tracks. They're 10 minutes long. No matter what, I'm going to go over. Guys, I can't believe it. All of this stuff is going to carry into next week. So with the time that I have left, and I will go over, if you're watching on one of the streaming platforms, you're going to hear till the end, I want to play you a band called Wormwitch. They're from here in Vancouver, and I really, really like their flavor of death black metal. And they basically did some touring all over North America with a bunch of bands. Dimmu Borgir, they were festivals, Dimmu Borgir and Black Dahlia Murder, a bunch of bands. And so they put out an album, and it actually has one of my favorite paintings on the front. And I just thought, yes, give me all of the black metal, give me all of the medieval portraiture, give me them hometown kids, cram it all together, make good music, and fucking blast it into my ears. So I thought, okay, well, I better share that with you. So, one of the last 2 tracks tonight is going to be a band called Wormwitch. Wormwitch, they're kids from here in Vancouver, a newer band with a debut album that came out in 2019. They are still making music, waiting to get back on the road. I'm going to play you a track called A Disciple of the Serpent Star. It's not my fault. You guys made me drink a lot of whiskey tonight. Whew. I'm going to play this. We're going to come back. We're going to chitty-chat a little bit more. i.e. I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to finish up with Powerwolf tonight. I'm so glad you guys have come to hang out. I hope you'll be here next week, because all of these tracks from tonight are going to get shoved to next week, which means there's something for you to come back to. We've figured out the camera. I'm going to do some more work in the room here. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, but for now, you got to turn it up. Penultimate track of the night, and it's a fucking gooder. It rips. It's Fullforce Radio. Yes! Oh, my friends, there you go. That is some local Vancouver kids here. I'm a little nepotistic. What can I say? I love putting Canadian metal in your ears, and yeah, that was banging. That's some good Canadian metal. Now, you know, if you missed the Earth Day episode a couple weeks ago, it was super fucking fun. And it was really great. If you love, yes, hugs to everyone. We had a killer hug pit in chat. Good fun was had by all. So listen, we've come towards the end of the show. And for those of you who are listening on mspwaves.com or are hanging out in the chat, then sadly, I'm going to get cut off because I have one more track and I refuse to not play it. So, Edicted, I see you have joined us. I'm sorry you only showed up towards the end of the show. But remember, in the future, we will be going for 3 hours and not just 2. But, here we are. We've come to the end of the show. I have one more track and I'm about to get cut off in the MSP Waves stream. For those of you watching on the other streams, wherever that may be, we will finish the song. So, here's the deal. If you missed the Earth Day episode, it's awesome. I highly recommend you go back to YouTube and you rewatch it. It's super fun. Just turn my talking onto like ×2 and go through that playlist. It's fucking killer. It's a great playlist. I'm super proud of it. And same sort of thing. Tonight was a lot of fun. I had so much music that I had to cull that was really, really good. Christ, this 2-hour thing, it's too short. It's too short. But the bonus is, that means I got a ton of great music to start next week off with. My name is Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio every Thursday night, Friday morning, whatever time it is for you. You're probably getting sick of hearing that, but it's the truth. And I'm here. I play metal every week. You should come back and you should chill with me. So MSP Waves, bye-bye. All right, so for the rest of the stream, I got one more track, the last song of the night. It's going to be a group called Powerwolf. Now, Powerwolf has been getting ready to release a whole bunch of new music. They're getting really excited. I believe the date is going to be May 20th. So coming up pretty quick. There's going to be more music coming up pretty quick. But Powerwolf is one of those awesome, fun, like super metal, cheese opera bands. And they make music to sing the fuck along to. You cannot hear a Powerwolf track and not sing along. Thanks, guys. And so, yeah, we're going to play one Powerwolf track because I can't cue it up and then not play it. It's just not going to happen. So, in that case, I am going to play a Powerwolf track for you. And it's a classic. It's We Came to Take Your Souls. If you don't know this, if you don't know the chorus, it literally is, We came to take your soul. And that's it. It literally has, you know, Cly wanted to hear Manowar. It has a very Manowar refrain in it because there's fight for metal. Like the whole thing. It's so cheesy. It's so good. It's so much fun. So I want to imagine that all of you are singing, We came to take your souls along with me. And that'll be the end of the night tonight. All right. So here we go. It's the last track off. The version I'm going to play is off one of their compilation albums called The History of Heresy. Kind of like 4 years with this show, am I right? Or what? It's Powerwolf. My name is Crimsonclad. I was drinking tonight. And this is the last track. So you better turn it up. You better sing along. And you better come back next week. You hear?
You know when I live on a Saturday night, we came to take your souls. My heart is broken and I leave you to fight. We came to take your souls. I steal the law and I come out to fight. We came to take your souls.
that for a track to end on. We came to take your souls. I already took it, kids. All right, so, hey, if you stuck around for the after party, it was a fun one. I'm so glad you were here. Hey, if you enjoyed this, but you weren't here very long and you want to catch the show, there's a couple different things you could do. You could pick wherever you're watching right now and subscribe or like or whatever all the cool kids say. You guys make fun of me every fucking week. Smash that like, ring that bell. I don't know. I don't fucking know. If you want, go ahead and do that. If you don't want, that's okay too. Go ahead, go into the Discord, and you can actually use the command subscribe, and you will get, yes, Fusion Bill. Hey man, good to see you. So yeah, I'm so glad you guys had so much fun. There's so much more good music to go on top of this. I will 1000% make this available and pop it up on the website. Cool things are happening. Cameras are changing. Views are happening. Merch is happening. Good music in your ears. So I would love to see you again next week. Please join me for Fullforce Radio. Nothing brings me joy like entertaining you. So come on back. Look at me in 4K. God, look at this. It's just a lot. It's a lot. Okay? I'm doing this for you. But I'll be back next week with all the music that got culled from tonight's show. And I hope you have a great week ahead of you. I'll also be here on Saturday. I'll be here on Saturday doing Cyberbuzz Radio, talking a little tech, probably rockets, crypto, synthwave music. I don't fucking know. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But for now, I gotta go. Bye, guys. Thanks for